be sober about who you are and what you love and what you're passionate and what you're good at. Be sober about that and go find that and do it well. And if that happens to be singing, songwriting, and performing, then go do it. Do it well. Do it anywhere you can. Learn how to connect your vision. Learn how to connect this little thing you get to create with other human beings. Because when you can do that, something special happens. And I don't care if that's big or small. So that to me is always my advice to young kids is if you're passionate about this and you really believe this is part of who you are and this is what you want to do and be, and then go do it. Don't sit idle. Don't wait for the rocket to come and all that silly stuff. There's less than 2% of all working artists get to live at that echelon where they play the Palladiums and get to live like kings. Everybody else, it's who they are, and they just go out and work it and do it and connect their art to other people. So go be an artist.
I think the two things from my end tie very closely into that. One is when we started playing with Silers, it was this. It's such a overused word. I'm going to pick a different one. It was a very natural progression from.
Organic. Organic's a good word.
I don't believe it.
It was very natural.
Yeah, in that the reason we knew we should play more shows was because the shows that we played, more and more people came to. And so I think, and when Shane said be sober about it, there are a million different levels of singing and songwriting. And I think that you can be borderline pretentious about your expectation of what a singer-songwriter should do or how they should do it. But the beauty of the gift of songs, right, is you can share it with your family, your neighbors in your backyard, and that same joy that's just this innate part of doing music in a community. I mean, that is the highest and best use of music, right? I mean, and you might be able to translate that into it goes from your neighborhood to the local bar to the township to the Verizon amphitheater, wherever, but still that root of joy that you find and sharing that expression with your friends and your family, that's still the heart of it, right? I mean, we just talked about, the first album that you bought on vinyl, and you remember those songs because there's those moments of connection. So I would say along the lines of be sober. When you start writing songs, know that the end goal of that is not getting the songs placed or getting published. The end goal is that you create something beautiful that gives joy to the people that are going to interact with it and let it go from there. So be sober about that part. And the second thing that ties along to that is just get out and do it a bunch. I mean, just do it a bunch. Play in front of people and have a bunch of people tell you you're wonderful and have a bunch of people tell you you're awful, and run it through the filter and do it again. Have a bunch of people tell you you're great, have a bunch of people not respond to what you do, and you'll figure out what you do well and what people respond to and focus in on that and make it better. And you've got to get through these layers of songs that aren't what you want them to be to find the ones that you go, yeah, that was something pretty special.